Instagram CEO just leaked exactly how the algorithm works in a recent blog post, and I'm going to share with you exactly how it works, whether you're trying to get it on the Explore page, whether you're trying to show up on people's feeds, or if you're trying to rank for your Reels. And essentially, it's going to break down to 3 simple things that you need to be doing on Instagram, whether you're trying to show in each different placement, because optimizing for one placement won't guarantee that you get on another. In fact, I just helped this creator go from 0 followers to over 100,000 followers, and this creator 0 followers to over 100,000 followers, and both of them were optimizing for a different algorithm. And in this video, I'm going to share with you exactly how you can do that. First and foremost, we need to talk about the Explore page. If you want to be ranking on the Explore page, it's incredibly simple. You need to be focused on 2 to 3 different things. First, you need to understand that the Explore page is not going to see where you see your followers' content. Instead, what people are going to be seeing there is content that they typically interact with within the Explore feed. So the content you see in the Explore feed or somebody sees in the Explore feed is not going to be the same as what they see in the Reels feed or what they see just on their Instagram feed. And you need to create each piece of content knowing that, because some piece of content will be made specifically for the Explore page, and then other pieces of content will be made for the Reels feed, and other pieces of content will be made specific for the Instagram feed. And you need to take this into consideration every time that you actually create a piece of content. So if you're trying to rank on the Explore page, there are 3 things that really matter. 1, how quickly people interact with your content. If you could get a lot of comments, a lot of likes, a lot of shares, a lot of saves really quickly, well then guess what's going to happen? That video will then rank on the Explore page. So how can you actually do this? By incentivizing engagement that doesn't get people to follow you. Instead, you want to get people to actually interact with that post. If you could get a lot of people to interact with the post in a really short period of time, then boom, your content could get on the Explore page if it's based on things that people are actually interested in. So what you need to do, you need to actually create either a burner account, or you need to just go ahead and only interact with content within your niche and then see how your Explore page changes. Is it Reels that are getting shown? Is it photos that are getting shown? Is it carousels that are getting shown? And you need to actually take that information into consideration, and then what you can do with that is you can change your content based on the type of content you're putting out and what kind of content you're actually putting out. And then guess what's going to happen? If you're able to get a lot of engagement in a really short period of time, that means that you will begin to rank on the Explore page. Now, if you want to know exactly how the Reels algorithm works and how you can show up on more people's feeds that actually follow you, well then you need to keep watching this video. But first, I need you to smash that subscribe button. If you want to go on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, I literally upload a video every single day about how to grow on these platforms. In addition to that, I just created a free Instagram growth course that'll tell you the best time to post on Instagram, which is going to have a huge factor in whether or not you get views on the Reels feed, and you can get that at the pinned comment below. What are you waiting for? It's literally 100% free. Just go to the pinned comment below. So when it comes to ranking just on the regular feed on Instagram, you need to be taking 4 different things into consideration. The first thing is going to be the actual time that you post. Now, in the past, Instagram has said that this doesn't matter that much, but the CEO literally said in his blog post that the time that you post on Instagram really matters. So you need to make sure that you're actually posting at the right time, because depending on when you post and depending on how much competition is posting when you post, that could decrease the odds of somebody actually seeing one of your pieces of content within the feed. The second thing that comes into consideration is how often somebody interacts with your content. People that view your content, comment on your content, share your content more frequently are going to see your content more frequently in the feed. And what does this mean? It means that you need to incentivize engagement. You need to be getting people to interact with the content you're producing, because if they're not going to interact with it, well then they're probably not going to see your content in the future, and this could lead to a decrease in the amount of views that you get. On top of that, you need to make sure that you're paying attention to the metadata that you're actually feeding to Instagram. This is going to be the words that you actually say within your post, the sounds that you use, the location tag that you use, the description that you write, and the hashtags that you use. If those 5 things do not signal to Instagram who they should be pushing your content to, well then guess what's going to happen? Less and less people are going to actually see the content you're producing, and it could lead to you getting shadow banned. Now, if you want to know exactly how you can find out whether or not you're shadow banned on Instagram, keep waiting for the end of this video, because the Instagram CEO also came out and said how you could tell if you're shadow banned. And one other thing that you need to take into consideration if you want to show on the regular feed on Instagram is you need to make sure that you understand the view history of whoever is actually viewing your content. Let me give you a perfect example here. If you are in the crypto space, and this is going to go for every different niche, so it's not only specific to crypto, but if Bitcoin had a great day today, well then guess what? Bitcoin content might do really, really well. And that means that Ethereum content isn't going to do as well tomorrow, because when those people log on to Instagram and people get shown content, they're going to get shown the Bitcoin content, because that is what they last interacted with. The same thing goes for every type of niche. So if you're posting about something that people aren't interacting with in that moment, well then two things might happen. One, you might not get that much reach initially, but you might get a delayed explosion later on if people go back to interacting with that content, and then Instagram is going to suck in that content that they know is about that topic, because a lot of people aren't actually posting about that thing right now, which is why you need to make sure that you're paying attention to exactly what is trending within your niche, because it's going to have a huge impact on this next segment, which is going to be ranking in the Reels feed. But before we dive into that, I do want to emphasize, it is easier to grow on Instagram right now than it ever has been before, and you need to make sure that you're taking advantages. Brands are spending more money than ever before on Instagram. There's more organic reach than ever before on Instagram. More people are on Instagram than ever before, and it's easier to actually make money from Instagram. So if you want to push your business on Instagram, you want to become a full-time creator, or you want to make more money as a creator, Instagram is a massive opportunity, and you cannot let up on this right now. Okay, so when it comes to ranking on the Reels feed, there are three things that really matter. The first thing is going to be the person that is posting that actual post, which is going to be you. And the reason that Instagram cares about this is, one, do you have authority and consistency within posting about this specific subject? If you don't have that, then they're not just going to push out your content immediately to people that are interested in that content, because that would be a huge mistake on their part, because the Reels feed is where they're trying to discover new things, where they're trying to show new people, and basically where they're trying to show you new things to keep you on Instagram. So what they're not going to do is they're not going to spread an account that doesn't have a lot of consistency with posting, which is why consistency really matters on Instagram Reels, and why I recommend that you post at least one time a day on Instagram Reels, and you understand it might take 30 posts, 40 posts, 50 posts for you to finally get that viral post. But the great part about Instagram is once you begin going viral, once you begin getting more reach, that reach is probably going to stay there. It's not going to stay at the elevated peak level, but it's going to stay there because followers will actually see your content. And you could contrast this with YouTube and TikTok, where it doesn't really matter how many subscribers or followers you have. What actually matters is the content that you're posting about. On Instagram, it's still a little bit different, which is why there's a huge opportunity for you to grow a following here and then have those people continue to see your content if you implement these next two tips. The second one is going to be the actual metadata. Again, going back to the time that you posted, the hashtags you used, the description you used, and the actual text that you have on the screen. And then finally, what's going to matter is your viewers' watch history. If your viewers are watching videos about real estate, well then guess what? If you make a video about real estate, it'll get more views. If your viewers are watching videos about fashion, well then guess what? If you make a video about fashion, it's going to get more views, and this is what you need to stay on top of. So basically, you need to know exactly what's trending within your niche, what metadata you're going to be using, and you need to understand how people are actually interacting with Instagram, because if you don't understand those things, it's going to be really hard for you to be able to serve your audience on here. Now, if you think that you might be shadow banned on Instagram, all you have to do is go to your account status, and Instagram now literally tells you whether or not you're shadow banned. Now, if you want to get guaranteed followers on Instagram right now, like everybody that I share with you in this video, well then please keep watching this video, because I want to tell you exactly what to post, when to post, what hashtags to use to literally guarantee that you grow on Instagram. And if that sounds interesting to you, then keep watching this video, because I've got a special offer. The opportunity to grow on Instagram and this organic reach we're currently seeing are not going to last forever. And there are two things holding you back from seeing the growth like the creators that I share with you in this video. The first one is that you haven't implemented the tips that I just shared with you. And the second is that you haven't gotten into my Instagram mentorship program yet. That's literally going to guarantee that I help you get more followers on Instagram in the next 30 days, or you get your money back, 0 questions asked. In fact, the average person that's gone through this program in the last 30 days has gained over 25,000 followers, and nobody has ever gone through it and gained less than 1,000 followers if they implemented every piece of advice that I share with them. Now, since you're still watching this video, I'm going to assume you're probably above average. So the odds of you gaining over 25,000 followers are probably quite high. And if you want results like that, go to the link in the description below right now and sign up, because there are limited spots available. I'm going to be telling you exactly what to post, when to post, what hashtags to use. I'm going to send you new post ideas, and I'm going to critique your content to guarantee that you get more growth on Instagram in the next 30 days. It doesn't matter what your niche is or what your background is. This program is going to help you get followers more easily and quicker, so that you don't have to spend endless hours trying to figure out the things that I already know about exactly how to grow your account. In fact, I just helped this creator in the program, and they gained over 100,000 followers in just 30 days. I helped this creator, they gained over 150,000, and this creator over 200,000 followers. If you want results like that, and I want you to be my next success story, go to the link in the description below and sign up right now, because every single day that you wait, it's only going to get harder to grow on Instagram. It is easier than ever to grow right now, but you need to take advantage of this opportunity. And what's better than an opportunity where you're literally going to grow on Instagram or get your money back, 0 questions asked? Again, there are limited spots, so go to the link in the description below and sign up right now. Otherwise, I strongly suggest you check out the next 2 videos I put up on the screen, because they're the videos YouTube thinks you should watch next. Thank you so much for watching.